This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Wednesday, July 17th, 2024. I'm Alex Brown. Terre Haute has more than a dozen museums within its city limits, and the latest pays tribute to an Indiana legend known as Larry Legend. The Larry Bird Museum opened in late May at the Terre Haute Convention Center after 6 years of planning, construction, and delays.
Having this museum was monumental for the community. I felt like in a way we owed it to him to get his name and to keep his name in Terre Haute. When we asked about a museum here in Terre Haute, he was generally excited about it. We had a lot of tough conversations, but we know that people are going to visit Terre Haute because of Larry Bird, and we're thankful for Larry allowing us to have that.
Vigo County Capital Improvement Board President Chris Switzer says the Bird brand's global reach creates a major win for Terre Haute tourism. Carmel-based Bastion Solutions has broken ground on its $165 million, 164-acre manufacturing and corporate headquarters campus in Noblesville. The company says the 435,000-square-foot facility will consolidate several existing buildings into one centralized location, with 250 new jobs being created. A trio of Hancock County organizations has acquired the Elanco Animal Health headquarters in Greenfield, which Elanco plans to start vacating next year. Real estate and equity investment firm Pride Investment Partners, independent health network Hancock Health, and energy cooperative Nine Star Connect have collaborated on the purchase of the 20.4-acre site through a joint venture called HealthStar Partners. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the Engage Indiana series, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. With an unrelenting focus on growing Indiana's economy, we'll dive into each region's unique challenges and distinct opportunities for growth. 9 regions, 1 goal. Indiana's bold future starts here. Discover more and register at ibj.com/engage.
Matthew Nix, CEO of Nix Companies, is celebrating his 20th year with the Poseyville-based business. The company originated in 1902 when his great-great-grandfather started a blacksmith shop. Today, he is a fifth-generation co-owner with his brother Adam. In a Q&A for our Evansville Region Report newsletter, Nix said the company's growth over the last 2 decades can be attributed to sticking to their original vision.
Our vision statement is to be a world-class team, a nationally recognized brand that transcends generations. And we've just been real intentional about trying to get the best talent there is to do that. And when I say best talent, we have very little pedigree. Like, we don't look for the best colleges or you worked for the best, whatever the biggest guys are out there. It's not that. It's just people that have good values and that want to work hard and that want to be a part of something that's always changing and growing and evolving.
You can read the full Q&A at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Thanks to the increased use of cover crops, Indiana farmers have set new milestones for soil conservation, according to a new state survey. The conservation survey conducted this spring by a branch of the U.S. Department of Agriculture says 1.7 million acres of farmland in Indiana are now under cover crops, beating last year's total of 1.6 million. Cover crops include types of grasses, wheats, and oats and are planted after the fall harvest to improve the soil. The cover crops provide the soil with living roots, which helps with fertilization and prevents sediment from collecting in waterways. State environmental officials estimate cover crops prevent around 1.8 million tons of sediment from entering waterways each year. Indiana Sports Corp President Patrick Talty is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.